And welcome back. Joining me now in the studio is Mitanní Spruill-LeSueur. Welcome to the show. And first, we just met earlier today, so it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here.
You're new to Memphis in a way. How long have you live in Eads, and have a real estate company here? How did you get to Memphis?
Well, my mom, she brought my sister and I to Memphis just to visit for a 2-week vacation when we were small children, and it ended up taking many years, and I'm still here. I graduated from the University of Memphis, so this is my home.
Because you've gotten involved in a lot of other things. I'm surprised I haven't met you before now. You've had a show on before called Dream. What was it, Dream?
Selling Memphis is the national TV show that I host with ADTV. They're a 2-time Emmy-nominated national TV show.
And where can people catch that? Is it still on?
Yeah, we air on Travel Channel, HGTV, Apple TV, Roku, CNBC. We air on CNBC. One of my episodes I filmed in Nashville at the Tennessee Titans Stadium. That will be in December.
And then you've got another thing coming up with HD or Home and Garden?
Yeah, so we air on ADTV, the TV platform that my show Selling Memphis airs on. We air on many different platforms, and HGTV is one of the ones coming up.
We've got a clip that kind of explains what that's about,
Okay.
and let's take a look at that.
All right.
The American dream is the belief that the freedoms of this country bring us together and give us all individually the opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations. Hi, my name is Craig Sewing, the creator and founder of The American Dream, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture that's been nominated for an Emmy. We bring you a show of real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. Today, I'm excited to announce our elite expert and new host in your market. She is a master of her craft and has built her life around turning that dream that so many of us share into a reality. Follow along as she takes you on a tour of the real estate, the lifestyle, the culture of an area that she knows best, and why her city is the perfect place for you to build your American dream.
All right.
Yes.
All right. They said, look great. And so you're selling Memphis to the rest of the world.
To the rest of the world. That's right.
It is. I have so many people that come here at Lansky's, and they're from all over the world. And we always ask them when they're in the store, but we don't shut down when we do the show. Hal Lansky says, "Can we keep it open during the show?" I said, "Sure, man. Tell them, come on in. We'll talk to them." And we have. But people love coming to Memphis, and they love Memphis. And I find more people that are from Memphis that are always kind of putting Memphis down than the people who have moved here.
That's right. It's all about the circle of friends and influencers that you circle yourself around.
Well, I know I moved here from Dallas in '78, and
Oh, wow.
I love Memphis. I've been here all these years. My wife is from here. My kids were born here. And people are always going, yeah, it's Memphis. I said, if you travel, every other city has the same problems we do. It's not unique to Memphis. And what we're charged with doing is making this city as good as it can be and continually do that. And so I'm quite happy with where Memphis is, especially when I look back at what it was like in '78. I mean, it's great. When you focus on homes, are they all, are you doing downtown, the suburbs, just all over the area?
Yeah, we do all over the area. Me personally, I focus more on the suburbs, but we have realtors at the office. We pretty much do everything from your small fix and flips all the way up to luxury second homes. And we're licensed in Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi. I've done business in Texas, where you're from.
Yeah.
So we have partner realtors that we do deals with all across the country.
I know we were talking about Nashville earlier. Everybody used to go to Franklin. There was not that many people there. Now Franklin's covered up. And
Yes, Nashville is blown up.
but, you know, I think what's going to happen is that a lot more people are going to start coming to Memphis because traffic is just awful in Nashville. And it takes forever to get a table in a restaurant in Nashville. And there's a no-wait procedure here in Memphis, which I love in restaurants. You show up and it's, how many? 4? Okay, come on in.
Right.
And those are the reasons I moved here in the beginning in '78, because Dallas was just like Nashville is now. Only it's worse now in Dallas. and Fort Worth and San Antonio and Houston. So there are some advantages to come here. The price of real estate is much less than it is, and the whole metro area around Nashville.
Yeah, I agree. I love both. I love Nashville. I really love Memphis, and I'm so happy about what you're doing here and the flag that you've planted here in the city.
Well, it does take all of us to say this is a great city, and it's like the Marines. They tell you again, and then they say, "Tell me what I just told you," and you tell them, they say, "Okay, I think you got it," because you do have to keep telling the story. It's a great story. I mean, there's so many great things that happen here. The food is incredible, and everybody comes to Memphis
For the food, yes.
They say we love to go eat the food, and I say just stop a little earlier next time, What is when people ask you they're coming from out of town and they say where should we locate? Do you do it according to their lifestyle? Because downtown's a great place, but all the burbs are also great.
So the younger generation, of course, they want downtown. They want to be close to the lights and the action. If you're talking about a family, they want to be more on the suburbs, on the outskirts where they can get into a good school system. So it just depends on their lifestyle and what they're looking for.
Now, you live in Eads. I live
Yes.
in Collierville.
We're neighbors.
We are. In fact, I run into a lot of people I know that live in Eads at the Kroger there in Germantown and the one on Houston Levee. Because I don't think there is a Kroger in Eads, is there?
No. We have to go to Collierville or travel. We could go to Cordova, I guess. So, but yeah, I'm in Collierville a lot.
Or the dollar store. They got dollar stores everywhere. But Eads is really spread out, and a lot of
Yes.
people have large estates there. Right now, are large estates doing more or moving better than smaller single-family homes, or does it just depend on where you're at?
It just depends on where you are and what you're looking for. Of course, smaller properties, least expensive properties are going to move much faster and in bulk. So,
I've
they're kind
heard
of two.
that there's a company called BlackRock. You familiar with BlackRock?
I've heard of BlackRock.
It's a company that started out during the wars in the Middle East as a black ops operation. Then they started buying real estate with all the money they made doing that. And now they're coming to places like Memphis and actually buying entire neighborhoods that are being built, not on spec, but just to sell to individuals. They end up coming in and making an offer and buying all the homes for rental, not for resale.
Right.
And the problem with that is, Memphis is a city that, and if you're not in the real estate business, you may not know this, but you can buy individual homes as a major company and it still be listed as a single family owned home.
That's
And
right.
you don't have to pay corporate taxes. And I think that's the reason a lot of that's happening. Is anybody in the state of Tennessee looking at that as a potential problem?
I looked at that as a big problem years ago when it first started. And so you have a lot of major companies like BlackRock come into your neighborhoods and they're outbidding families. Families that have worked hard for their savings or picked out the perfect school, and they just cannot compete with these larger investment companies.
Because they have no limit on what they can
They
pay.
have no limit.
Yeah.
They go overpriced
Well, I think
substantially.
the state legislature does something about exempting them from individual ownership status. That may change the whole thing. If they start making them pay corporate income tax or state tax on homes that they're buying, but that's why you have a legislature to figure out what's changed in the world and what they need to do, and that's
Right.
kind of their wholesale business. How is the Memphis market right now as far as home sales?
It depends on who you're talking to. For me, my company, everything is going pretty well. And so with the national TV show, we're getting more exposure, a lot of people reaching out on social media, and I love it.
What are the comments people see when they see homes on your national show and they call about Memphis? What are some of the questions they ask?
Of course, they ask about crime, and of course, I point them to go to your online local police department, get that information, because I don't want to skew results or give them misinformation. And they want to know about school districts. That's a big one, and just the neighborhood in general.
And the thing about the crime part, if you just tell them there's a number of websites you can go to, and it'll show you where all the crime is and where it's not, which is just as important as where it is. Because I've covered news here for almost 50 years, and it's still happening in the same place it was happening 50 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
it's centralized. It's not everywhere.
No,
You know.
by any means. Where can they catch you on your show? You said Apple is one of them.
Yeah, I know November 22nd, we're airing on Apple TV, Roku, and of course on my YouTube, The Spruill Agency. We have our own channel there where we will put the episodes before they air nationally to our subscribers. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. And CNBC, we air on that network in December.
Well, we'll be looking for you. I'm so glad you came on the show.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll do another deal where you can go live from one of the houses you're selling and do a little Zoom tour for us and
Yeah,
show us
absolutely.
something special. So that would be fun.
Sounds good.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and good luck on your career. It sounds like it's going well for you. So
Yes,
congratulations.
God is good. Thank you so much.
All the time.
Yes, He is.
All right, that is our show for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Earle Ferrell from Memphis Show.